Hey guys, welcome to the McInnes Marketing Minute. We are coming at you from the
Dr. Sun Yat-sen Garden, Crosstown, Chinatown,
on a beautiful day here.
Hello.
What is it?
I think it's a heron.
Okay, good story.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day here in December, and we are here to talk to you about an even more beautiful subject called a subject to sale.
The subject to sale clause.
Yes.
Very common as we're seeing in this market.
Yeah, this is essentially it can work as your get out of jail free card. When it comes to selling your home and looking for another home that you like, and more importantly, finding that home that you want to buy when yours hasn't quite sold yet.
Yeah, so the subject to sale clause is one that we're seeing a lot of these days as the market is going the other way compared to, or is at least stagnant at best compared to what we've seen over the last handful of years. So a lot of people are using this clause to protect themselves in knowing what they're going to get into at what price before they sell their current home. So that's the basic gist of it. We'll put a little blurb of how exactly it reads here.
Yeah, basically, guys, this is gonna, I like that. Basically, guys, this is gonna back you up. It means you can, when you're looking for something and you find a property that you like, it means you can go full steam ahead and you can put an offer in on that property and you can secure it before you've sold yours. But it's also gonna protect you in a way that you can secure it, providing all of the other agreement terms are in place, but also not be tied to it. So if you don't sell, you're stuck with two homes and paying two mortgages, which is, I think at the moment, everyone's biggest fear and what most people, especially here in Vancouver, can't afford.
Yeah, so it's a basic clause that's in place that is a termed clause, so it'll have a time frame. So if it's 30 days or 45 days, essentially you have, let's say, 45 days to sell your home, and then remove this clause. So you'll do the typical subjects in place, say subject to inspection, subject to financing on the property you want to purchase, and a subject to sale. So you'll remove the other two clauses within the typical week or 5 days, and then this subject to sale will be, for example, 30 days long. There's usually a clause in place to protect the seller as well if they have another offer come in, so typically a 72-hour clause, and you've basically got the 30 days to sell your home, knowing that you've got the new property at said pricing.
Yeah,
protected.
So it's important to note, guys, so if you want to rewind the video and go back to the actual wording of the clause, you'll notice in the second paragraph, there'll 9 times out of 10 be this paragraph which states if another favorable offer is received before you've sold your home, they can enact what's usually a 48-hour or 72-hour clause, basically meaning you have to remove that condition, i.e. sell your home, before that 72-hour period, otherwise they can accept this other offer.
If you've got a proactive buyer's agent, they will first round write the subject without this clause to try and get it in stone that it's totally up to you. But a proactive listing agent, of course, will catch that and put the clause in to protect the seller over there.
Yeah, so something else to note, guys, as well, is when you put this forward, the seller of that home which you're trying to buy is actually kind of putting almost all of their eggs in one basket, because they're relying on you to sell your home and to buy that. So because of that, you're reducing their, I guess, power in terms of negotiating and what they can accept or they cannot accept. So because of that, you'll find that there usually isn't as much negotiation on price when using a clause like this.
Yeah, it's the biggest subject there is, basically, as it's so subjective. The seller of the home you want to purchase has no idea what you're going to list at, how you're going to approach the market. They can inquire, but of course they have no power over your approach to market with your own home. So when you go in with the subject to sale, assumably with your other subjects as well, you definitely do lose a lot of leverage in negotiation because you can't provide a quick close, and again, it's extremely subjective. So
yeah, it's a subjective subject.
It is a subjective subject.
So now you've closed on the home that you're trying to buy. You need to go about selling your home in a particular way as well, and it's more of a realistic way of selling your home. So essentially, you're now on a time frame in order to sell your home. So we can't emphasize enough about being realistic. If you're in the market trying to get maximum price per square foot for your home, it's possible, harder in this market, but it's more than likely going to take time, which is working against you in this course. So if you need to sell by a particular time, that urgency should be reflected in a price. We're not saying undervalue your home, we're just saying look at market value, look at what's sold, and work with your realtor on this. What's actually going to entice people to come in and actually place an offer on your property.
Yeah, you never have to sell at the end of the day, even if you have one of these clauses in place, but you want to approach the market and listen to your agent on going to market with a price now that you're going to generate activity, and then negotiate up to the price point that you need to see in order to bridge the gap, basically.
Yeah, it's a difficult market anyway, and a sold home versus an overly priced active home is making you more money than that overly priced active home. If you're realistic, if you actually take heed of the market and work with your realtor, the time frame isn't going to be too much of an issue for you. It's when people start trying to get record prices per square foot, or they reduce their ability for open houses and for showings. You've got to remember you're always working against the clock on this one. So you want to make that process as easy as possible, and listing effectively a price that's effective is first and foremost. Allowing your home to be open for open houses, going through with private showings when they come about, and having that flexibility as well.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much covered. When you're going in, don't expect to get bottom basement pricing and all your subjects accepted, including a subject to sale, because if you were to go into the seller's shoes, you're losing a lot of leverage with this. And B, I think more importantly, once you get something accepted, to list properly so you're actually in the realm of getting activity, and you're now beyond the market of trying to get benchmark pricing in the building or the neighborhood, or specifically for this circumstance, if you've been lucky enough to get that subject to sale accepted at a number that's workable, that can be bridged from the sale of your home. Don't mess around and not lose money, obviously, or not lose money, but not leave money on the table, but understand that it's not easy to get activity in this market unless you're priced very effectively. So approach the market that way, as you are, as Ben said, on the time frame now.
Yeah, don't forget as well, guys, if you find this home, you get it accepted, subject to sale, and you're not realistic with your listing and you lose this property, there's always going to be that buyer's remorse in anything you look at after that, because that was your first one. So 9 times out of 10, you're always going to look back and think, oh, I wish we had gone for this one, I wish we'd gone for that. So save yourself some buyer's remorse. I think that's it covered.
It covers it.
Let's search for this codfish eating otter.
Koi fish eating.
Koi fish. What's codfish from? Peter Pan. British. Anyway,
we're hunting for the koi fish otter after this.
And codfish, apparently. Guys, that's it from us this week. Thank you for joining us.
Comment, subscribe,
yes.
As always.
Our lifeline, thank you. Follow us on Instagram and every other social media platform you can imagine.
All the links are below.
We are McInnes Marketing on Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, as well as Real Benjamin Robinson on Instagram.
Are you still updating Pinterest?
Yes, I'm still updating Pinterest. And Tumblr.
I am Jay McInnes on Instagram.
And I am Lynn McInnes, is his mum. Give her a follow. Guys, Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Good. There's an otter in here which is eating all the koi fish.
Yeah. Put in the new Eat like 10 of them or something.
10 koi fish?
Yeah.
I kind of want to find them.
I don't know.
Are we rolling?
Oh, yeah.